your wife. You got a book coming out.
Yeah.
And I don't want to mess it up. It's happily.
Go ahead and mess it up. It's
happily ever after.
Okay, it's happily after all.
Right.
Okay, let me go ahead and do that, because I love when people say happily ever after, because if you come into a relationship, especially in marriage, and you think that's how it's going to be, you're going to get a rude awakening.
You know what, though? But on another side of things, when I'm thinking about that, you know, it's so many young brothers that want to get into this business, either inspirational or not. And that one thing, and a lot of time, Oprah said it, and it always stuck with me. She was like, the reason why I never had kids or a family like that is because one thing, they would hate me because one thing would have to suffer, and it would be them. So in a lot of cases, with the time that we spend away from home and you know, all of the temptation that's out there for us in the business, what would you say to these young brothers that's trying to balance it all, that may give up on everything just to keep that one person happy, versus, you know, pursuing their dreams and possibly losing them? How do you find that balance?
I divorced balance. That's the only thing I divorced in my house. I divorced balance. We live in a milestone.
Okay.
Right? And so when I was about to write this book, I gave myself 9 months. We wrote. I just, like, people think the Bible is a history lesson. I look at the Bible as a play-by-play playbook. Like, it worked, like real talk. So he said, write the vision, make it plain. And so I'm not like the theologian, but I read it like, so other cats can run out with it, meaning that I needed to delegate some things to him once I wrote it down. I got another writer with me. We started doing it Tuesdays and Thursdays. My family knew that I was going to be staying out late, but we did it as a family. So Peyton, my 8-year-old, is here. Khalil, my 14-year-old, he on the phone. My 2-year-old, he can't really have a say-so, but he at the table. And my wife and I, we sitting here really mapping this thing out. I'm like, listen, share your dad for 9 months so I can write this book. And after those 9 months, we can go somewhere where the water's blue. Right? So we live in the milestone versus saying, man, I'm taking away from here, somebody else is losing. When we gonna go buy a house, we like, hey man, it's gonna take 12 months of grind.
Even a lot of the time though, even if you don't say it yourself, it's always that other half. So that testament, there has to be some understanding on both sides.
Yeah, and if she don't want to do it, I don't do it. Because what my wife is there for is for the timing of it all.
Okay.
Like I want to do too much.
Right, respect.
I want to be the clothing dude. I want to be the speaker guy, the radio guy. I got 40 different television ideas, but when I filter it through what God gave me, it's the reason why she came out of my rib. She didn't come out my backbone. She didn't come out my stomach. She came out my side. So she's supposed to stand next to me and say, you know what, I'm here. I got your side. I'm looking for you. I'll be the person for you. So she's not like behind me like, oh well, I just do what he say. She beside me. I'm like, babe, you think we should get into real estate? I'm ready to do real estate.
Yeah.
She was like, no, that's 2018, boo.
Right.
That's 2018.
Okay.
And I'm like, but whenever I go against her, we lose. Because we won. Like, if we can't come on one accord. If she would have said, don't write this book, I wouldn't have wrote the book. The only time I have to go ahead of her is if God trumped her. Like, moving to Atlanta, she didn't want to move to Atlanta, but God trumped her. And she like, I thank God you moved to Atlanta. Lord have mercy.
Right.
But you know, like, if God don't trump her, we got to be on one accord.
Most definitely. Yeah. So do you meditate on it, you pray on it when you guys are about to make a decision as one?
Man, you know what, like, I ain't really that deep, bro. Like, so, I mean, I wake up every morning at 5 o'clock. Of course, I pray, I do my declarations, I listen to some Joel Osteen. Of course, I get some word. But I mean, like, I can be reading a book. I can be reading your book. Right. And if you told me, you know, I grew up without my mom, whatever it was, like, I can be like, oh, man, we got to help millions of kids like him. And so I'll come to her with an idea, and then I was like, when do you think the timing of that, boo? Because God sparked my interest in that.
But I'm glad you said that, though, because there's so many brothers and sisters, especially in the demo that I'm in, hip-hop radio, they have this preconceived notion of how people that, you know, practice their faith more move. Like, you know, it's either you out here living crazy or you a pastor in a lot of people's minds, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that I get to meet somebody like you and you get to share that with us, because at the end of the day, we all everyday people, man. The wisdom of the world is the wisdom of the world, but it's great that you grounded in something really dope. Now, at home, inside, I know you wrote the book, but have you ever wrote your own cookbook?
Man,
or you think about it?
You know what, not my cookbook. My wife couldn't cook, so I had to be a cook. Like, real talk, she used to cook some turkey wings, the blood still be in it. I'm just like, oh my God, this is not gonna work, right?
Right.
But I started serving her like for 6 or 7 years and showing her what cooking is like. And the truth is, man, like that would be an amazing idea for her to do, because she cook all that stuff that I can't pronounce.
Right,
to be quite honest. And so like, even now, as you gave me that idea, when I get on the phone with her, I'm gonna be like, babe, what you think about a cookbook?
Right.
She'll be like, babe, really another idea? That's 2020.
Right. But for real though,
that's my teammate. Like it's just like in the hood. Like, we have tough conversations. So if we're in the neighborhood and somebody come up short on a pack or whatever that thing may be, I don't know what your lifestyle is, but whatever that is, you'll have a tough conversation with that person.
You gotta be real.
And so with my wife, Like, I'm not going to not allow her to be the woman that God created her to be for us in our life. I have those tough conversations with her, and then I respect her opinion, just like you respect a dude, but you want to treat a woman like she ain't equal. Like God didn't Lord from a place where I'm Jesus, serve me. He said the greatest among us will serve. And so you can catch him washing feet every day. He wasn't complaining when he got on the cross. Like, he wasn't complaining like, I'm going to kill you when I come back. He was just like, you know what? I took the cross like a boss.
Right.
And I'm gonna do it for your sins, for the stuff you don't even know you're doing. And so that's the servanthood that we take in everything we do, especially when it pertains to our wife, bro.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
Appreciate you, man.
Hey, man,
Willie Moore
respect to you,
Jr.,
bro.
man. Yo, much love and respect to you. Check him out weekday afternoons on Praise. Yo, one last thing though. When you are getting home off the road and everything, what's that one favorite meal that you gotta eat?
The one favorite meal that I gotta eat with my wife, man, I'm like a seafood guy.
Okay.
Like, I love like some shrimp or something.
Okay.
But my son loves Taco Tuesday. So between Taco Tuesdays and or like some shrimp from the New Orleans boy.
You like them or tell your kids?
Yeah, the little. Oh, you talking about the boy with the little sauce joint in there?
Yeah, and they come with the hard tacos.
They come with the hard and the soft boy. God is so good. He's in your life.
My brother, you know what it is. iPower 92 104.1.
Hey, there. God bless you, man.